Hi, my name is Eric Wilson, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In the next 6 to 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2017 Volkswagen Jetta. Coming in on the front right tires, you got about 40% tread on all season radio, so down but definitely not out. Coming behind the front right tire, this is the lower ball joint and it is tight. It's critical. It's one of the main things that holds the wheel to the steering. This is your sway bar link connected from here up to, a little harder to see, if you can see up there, connected and intact. Now, more important, and that's important as well, now this is your outer CV boot and it's full of grease. If it was ripped, you'd see it right away, but that is good and dry. This is your inner CV boot right here. Okay, let me get a shot of this. Right here, yeah, that's your inner CV boot, and you can see for yourself, it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you see it right away. And then that's a leak point there as well. If you notice behind it, it's all dry. That's a leak point right there, and that is good and dry. So leak-wise, so far so good. And this is the bottom of your bottom of your motor here, good and dry. Bottom of your transmission right here, good and dry. Okay, so like, yay, no leaks on driveway. That's always a good thing. So far so good on the front right side, and as far as leaks go in the motor and in the tranny. Now this is your front right shock, and they're full of oil, and if it was leaking, you'd see oil dripping all the way down here, and that is bone dry, and that's what you need. This is your front right suspension. It is intact, no issues with that. Suspension wise, we're looking good. Now on the front brakes, okay, on the front brakes, you got about 80% left. You're probably about 30 to 40,000 K. Lots and lots of brakes on your front so far. Now this is your right outer tie rod here, and this is the most important thing in the whole car because it's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering. It is tight. So suspension wise, brake wise, leak wise, so far really doing well. Now this is your catalytic converter, and the big problem is that these cats are getting stolen, and it's so easy. They reach under there, they go cut, and they go cut, and in less than 5 minutes you've lost your cat, and you've got about a $700 to $800 repair. The dealer is prepared to give you free catalytic theft protection. Just ask. It doesn't cost you a dime. If you buy the vehicle, I'm going to put that on for you and stop the theft. Trust me, way easier getting it stopped before instead of for me to have to weld it back on again. Okay, now this is the right rear tire. Gain about 50% tread on all season radios. Down a bit, but definitely not out. This is your right rear shock. Now if you follow it up, it's full of oil, and if it was leaking, you'd see it all dripping all the way down here, and that is good and dry. Your right rear suspension, spring intact, no issues with that. Your right, I'll just tell you what the brake percentages in a second here. Okay, you got about 30,000 K left in the rear brakes, a little less in the front, but definitely lots of brake left. Okay, coming in on the left front tire, 40,000 K left on your front brakes, lots of brakes. Your left rear shock, front shock, sorry, again, full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it right here. It's good and dry. Spring suspension, good, all well with the front left. Now your front left tire, about 40% tread left, so down but not out. Coming behind the front left tire, your outer CV boot, again full of grease, good and dry. Your left, a little harder to see, the left inner CV boot. I could try to get a shot here for you, but yeah, you have to take my word for it. It is good and dry, no issues with your CV boots or leaks for that matter that I can see on this side. And most important of all, your outer tie rod is tight, your lower ball joint is tight, your suspension points are all tight, and you're leak free. Lots of brakes, 40% of your tread. So far so good. Okay, 138,967 K, so very little K, no cracks in your windshield. And the most important thing of all, the AC is blowing cold. Oh yay. No check engine lights that I can see. Interior nice and clean. Yeah, I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor now. Okay, standard Volkswagen motor with a turbo, which really ups the power in a big way. and I am not hearing anything of any concern on this motor. Okay, with the motor running, exhaust very, very clean. First thing I do in every car is I pull off the oil cap, because I'm looking for what I call mayonnaise or white goo, which would indicate an internal leak of mixture in oil, of antifreeze in oil, and I don't see anything, and this is very clean. I don't hear any concern with this motor whatsoever, exhaust-wise, run-wise. In fact, I'm giving this thing a clean bill of health as far as everything goes there. So anyway, that's my estimation of this vehicle. Now, don't forget, ask the dealer. I want the free catalytic theft protection, because trust me, it's a lot. Let me stop it before it happens, and a free 10% fuel saving device. He's prepared to put it on there, and it costs you nothing, my friend, just if you make the purchase. Bye bye. Have a good one.